All right, now that somebody's here, we'll actually get started. So, see, what were we doing? I was going to learn a new solitaire tonight. So now I don't have the advantage of editing anything. So everything's going to be live, and you're going to hear and see me struggle with something. So I only need one deck of cards. Going to use our senior citizen classic pack. That light is kind of high. There we go. I think it's better. Can't. Is that better or worse? All right. So now this was some invented game, so it's new. That means it came out this year. It also costs the amazing price of $0. You just need the rules. And it's supposed to be called Interlock Solitaire. Somebody put this on you. Well, they put it on Reddit in the solitaire subreddit. Let me know if you can hear me. So I definitely did not test the mic. Well, I can't. That's not a. Let's darken that a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, good, good, good. Thank God for that. The last thing you want to do is do a live stream and everything not work. I mean, this is the first time we're doing it unannounced completely. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, who cares? Maybe do something else different. Anyway, so interlocking solitaire. This guy, I guess he works on some solitaire software, and he said this was his game that he designed himself. So setup, we're going to need about, I want to say it was a 10, yeah, 11 cards at the very top. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oof. And of course, some of these are probably going to be off screen. There we go. Let's do that live and in person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. As you can see, I do the Neanderthal counting methods of using my fingers to count to 10 because you don't want to make a mistake. Or shoot, I'm doing it wrong. I think it's 9 at the top. Yeah, that's totally wrong. 3, 6, 9. And then it's going to expand from there. That was the thing about this game. It expands 9, 10, 11. So it'll be 11 on the bottom. And it's going to basically overlay these cards. Now I did all that work. And of course, it was all wrong. There was that cartoon on Turner Network Television back in the day. It was a answer to Ren and Stimpy. It's called Two Stupid Dogs, and there was a dachshund mix and some sheepdog, and they'd have these misadventures where they'd go through town. There was one recurring character that constantly looked at these animals and thought all their antics were cute, but then he would yell at them that everything they were doing was wrong. That's what I just did there. It was cute, but it was wrong. Okay, so now we should be okay. And let's see what is going on. One last one. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Everything else is good. We'll put the rest of the deck up there. Now, what we will have 4 spots for each ace that we will build up in suit all the way up to king. On these bottom foundations, or on the bottom tableau here, it's going to be just like Klondike Solitaire, also known as the Microsoft Solitaire. Of course, that was a solitaire I managed to mess up and not remember the actual name to, and I thought for years incorrectly that it was named Patience, and apparently, no, it's Klondike. So, just like Klondike, you're going to build off color in descending order. So, I could take a black 2, put it on a red 3. I have 2 red 3s present, so both of these black 2s will go on one of them. It doesn't really matter which one they go on. Um, and once I've done that, I can look for any other card plays that I can make. Obviously, I got a 6 on the 7. Can't do anything with that 8 at the moment because it's a red 8. I don't have a black 7. And let's see, can't really do anything else. And so this, unlike Klondike, instead of taking 3 cards, you're just going to take 1 card down at a time. Now I can play that jack. It's a black jack on top of this red queen. There's one other rule. So once you get, say, we get that 2 cleared, both the 7 and the 9 will become available. There's one rule that if a card above it is 1 rank higher, I had to clarify this with the game designer today. I misinterpreted this rule, and so it's a good thing I didn't film this thing yet. But there's a rule that if a card is higher and it's a card that could be played on, say if that was a black 3, we could literally just do that. I don't know why he had to mention that as an exception because it seemed like a pretty obvious rule. So I had misinterpreted it as if it was a card that was lower rank, you can go down on it. But apparently I had that wrong. So it would have made the puzzle a lot easier to solve itself because really solitaire games themselves are more puzzles than anything. They're either solvable most of the time or they're not solvable. They will lock up. So it's never a fault of the player in Klondike. I mean, there's very little knowledge that you have that you can get right or wrong in Klondike as far as getting the right play. Either the deck was shuffled in a way that it was solvable or it wasn't. So I'm looking, don't see anything else I have, and that's with a lot of solitaires. Like Osmosis is probably one of my favorite. It's something Mark Ball taught me. Uh, Not personally, I didn't go to his house or anything, but it was on his YouTube channel. And that one is pure luck. There's nothing the player can do as far as not taking a move or taking a move and making a play to solve that puzzle. Literally nothing you can do. It's either a solvable shuffle or it isn't. And so each solitaire has different outcome basis. We have what's known as odds in favor of the player, according to David Parlett's book. Of course, it's ratty now because I bought it at a used bookstore and mistreated it. Looked all through it, and I was going to cover each game that's in there. I'm still on the path to doing that. But every once in a while, I'll get a solitaire from outside that book, like this one, which is freshly designed to cover. But in his book, he has 3 different outcome possibilities. Odds against, which means, you're most likely not going to win this solitaire. Odds in favor, you are gonna win, and even chances. And as far as how he determined any of that, I kinda think it was somewhat arbitrary. I don't know if he actually did any mathematical study. For some of the games he said were odds against, they were somewhat pretty easy to win. Alright, there we go. So now both of these 10s are available to play. I do have a red jack, so we'll do that. And also, just like Klondike, if you have a card stack, you can literally treat the card stacks as if they were single cards themselves. So if you want to do that to make it easier for yourself, you can. Um, and you can move those entire stacks if a legal move is available, if you can make a legal move. So that's pretty much Parlette's book. There's a lot of solitaires in there I still have yet to learn, still have yet to cover. I pretty much at this point, if I see somebody else has covered it, I feel like it's a fruitless endeavor to try to cover the game simply because somebody else has done the work. It's no longer as obscure as it could be, and I really need to unearth as many games that have not had a video made of them. That way, when my life's mission is over, I can have achieved it. Now, there's an interesting rule with the kings when the top cards, if you have any vacancies in the top cards, a king can film. I clarified with the game designer because we have 3 rows. I have a vacancy, obviously, here and several vacancies on the 3rd row from cards that we moved. But no, I cannot put a king down in these vacancies until we're at the very top. So it makes the game a lot harder. We're moving 1 card at a time. There's infinite redeals. There's a king. We have an 8. Now that 8 would be good if I had a red 9 to put it on. I do not have a red 9. I got 1 red 9 there. Hopefully the other red 9, well, it should be. There's no hopefully. The other red 9 still remains in the deck. So as soon as I get that out, I'll have a chance. There is a black 5 on a red 6. That will save us some time. And let's see, let's go on. 9. All right. Got done watching the Savannah Bananas earlier. They got no was not a great game because there was no showdown, so it was just a blowout by the Party Animals. Definitely a different rule set of baseball that I enjoy. Hopefully, one of my somewhat fantasy right now is to convince Jesse Cole to let me assist in finding other investors to get our defunct Fort Worth Cats back into baseball, but not baseball of the traditional nature, but baseball in the banana ball nature. Maybe do some type of alternate baseball, black 3, red 4, red 2. So now that 7 has become available. Of course, we have a red 6. There's a red 8. So does that do us any good at the moment? Not really, but we do have this 9 that can go right on this 10. And it's kind of one of those things I would like to see. I'd like to be involved in. Not sure what direction they're going to go in. It's only been like the third year of this sport's existence, and I consider it to be an improvement over standard baseball in that it keeps the game close and for the most part. Okay, there's that rule that comes in, so we can now do that. That means we can put a king down. We have a red queen. Let's go ahead and do that. But it keeps the game close. It solves a lot of problems with baseball. Baseball did not have the turnover score turnover relationship that every other North American sport had. And because of that, it became this run accumulation contest, and it gets quite boring for the fans at times because when it's a blowout in baseball, people tend to leave early. Um, they try to beat traffic because baseball does tend to drag on for the spectator. Just going to consolidate that. We know obviously we have black 10. So also with Klondike, it's pretty self-explanatory, but you haven't noticed all of your if your odds are black or if your evens are black, your odds will be red. If your odds are black, your evens will be red. So even, odd, or odd, even. Yeah. Yeah, it's all working here. Don't have the luxury of editing the video, so now you're going to see all my mistakes. All right, so we got that 7 there. We do have a 6. We'll move that over. Let's see, what in the world are we going to do next? So that's pretty much consolidated. Now I still need to free that ace and start building them up to win this. But the question is, do we have any other legal moves? Yes, we do. We have a lot of legal moves. In fact, we got some really good legal moves here. So that's what I thought the rule would be is you could bring a card down, but of course it's also blocked on that other side. So that was my mistake on that. It was that would be incorrect to assume that. So now let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Have no vacancies at the top yet. That 9 is blocking that ace, and nowhere to put that 9. Ooh, but I could be like that. Put that 8 there. There's a vacancy now. I could put a king there. I don't have any black queens. I mean, obviously, if it helps, we could look through the deck. We know we have one black queen so far. Do I have another black queen? Where's my spade queen at? Obviously not here. That's a red queen. Hmm. In that case, I'm going to assume it's still in the deck. So let's go ahead and put her king down there. We're obviously going to have a redeal. So, yeah, there we go. Let's build some foundations up. But yeah, the nature of baseball's been pretty weird as far as just allowing a team just to decimate another team, go up multiple runs. Fans get bored, they leave. And Jesse Cole, the owner of the Bananas, he's kind of solved that with a different rule set. And that's kind of a brave thing to do because the governing bodies of baseball and their rules committees and everything, they're ruled by people who love the idea of the game being somewhat of a chore on the fans. They love the idea that it goes on too long, or at least they used to. They've made some rule innovations recently where they've sped the game up. We went to a Rangers game. We did a challenge where we went to a Rangers game. Following that, and these were cheap tickets. These were like $30 tickets. The Cincinnati Reds were in town. The previous year, they were terrible team. So when a terrible team comes to town, you get good deals on Major League Baseball tickets with $30 each, right behind home plate, highest level. We've never been to the new stadium before. Um, Now we'll put that jack right over here. That's going to open some things up for us. Let's consolidate all that. So never went to the new stadium before, so we had to go just to see it, and it is very impressive, but it is very, very difficult to walk around. They kind of limited the number of staircases they have. That will give us another vacancy. So let's do that. I know there's some other queens there. When I do the redeal, it's going to go. And they got a red 8, black 7. So I'm going to wait for a jack for that red 10. But yeah, new stadium looks really nice. Has a Whataburger in there. So it's a concession stand, but it looks like an actual Whataburger that you'd go to on the outside of the stadium somewhere. Like if you just came to town and said, "Hey, I want to try this weird fast food joint these stupid Texans keep telling me about," and then you go in there and it's not that bad. It's actually worth it. But yeah, they have one inside the game. Of course, the prices are marked up because it's a concession stand. The economics of a concession stand is you have to mark it up because you're only in business for a few hours. You set up the day prior. Um, and of course, this could only happen in a baseball stadium. Baseball is the only game where you'd have this much free time on your hands to set up something like this. And it looks and operates a lot like the fast food restaurant, except for the fact that they they really can't customize anything. You have to pretty much order it how it comes, a la carte. There's no customization. They just don't have time for that. It is a concession stand that you are dealing with. Hmm, what can I do here? Ah, black 3, red 4. All right. So you can't really do much with it except order it as it comes. And once you've done that, you wait a little bit and comes to you. They bring it out, call your name or whatever. I think they take your name down. But it's just as good a service as any, drive-through of any walk-up, except for the burger itself is gonna cost $14. The, drink itself is gonna cost, like, 6 because you are in a major league ballpark. There's no way around this. You're going to pay. But it was a fun day, and then, just to say I've done it in my life, I've always been a supporter of spring football leagues. Football is the sport that I fell in love with. It's the sport I played at one point. So of course, I'm gonna always fall in love with it, and I've always been a supporter. At in 2001, when I was still in high school, um, junior year, Vince McMahon had that experiment, the XFL, that um, if you were around for that and you got to watch and you were a fan like I was, you got to see the absolute sabotage the mainstream media had applied, especially the sports media had applied to that league. Sports Illustrated attempt to cover it. Then there's this AstroTurf campaign where people were sending in letters. What the heck is this XFL? My God, how can you stand putting that filth on your prestigious magazine or whatever? And that was 2001. The NFL Europe was still around, so it was kind of terrible timing to do a spring football league in the United States. Arena football was rising up at the time. There was a lot of competition for it, and they were basically the fourth league a player could go to if he was not in the National Football League. If he had just been an excellent college football player, a superb college football player, and for whatever reason just did not make the cut of a 53-man squad, did not make the practice squad, he got to go to either the Canadian Football League, which is a big risk because your seasons are pretty much coalescing almost at the same exact time. The CFL starts much earlier, so if you want to take the risk and go to training camp, you're going to be missing out on a sweet $50,000 a year salary you'd have in the Canadian Football League because nobody else paid guys that weren't good enough for the NFL those type of wages. And when they don't pay that type of wages, you were taking a big risk going from the CFL to anything else. And so a lot of athletes, if they were excellent in the CFL, they stayed there. Very few that crossed over. So yay, we won. Insert Wojak. And so that's pretty much interlock solitaire. I'll probably have a video on it later. Pretty simple game. I guess, playing it a second time today, knowing the proper rules made it a lot easier to understand. Um, think the first time I played it, it was not, um, it was not all that easy. Sorry, the microphone's going to be shaking because was I was constantly checking the rules. Didn't know how many redeals I had, so I was very careful with all the moves I make. I usually, you're playing a new solitaire for the first time, you got to be very careful. Some of them have some pattern recognitions. A lot of the two deck games, they have a lot of patterns that are obvious in all of them if they're the same rules family. And sometimes the other problem I have is I played so many solitaires now that I'm at the point where if um, if the rules themselves seem to run into each other, I can easily get confused. There's a lot of good software that does. Oh man, I'm shuffling this terrible. That does solitaire implementations. That way you don't have to fully know the rules and you can rest your brain a lot more. But I think the real joy in solitaire is just playing it yourself and learning the rules by heart, learning them in your head. It forces your brain to think more. It's a good exercise for anybody to do. So now I'm going to try a game. I'm going to show you a game of osmosis. You probably already know this one. I'm going to take a single deck of cards. We'll have four of them. Put it in the first stack. Another four cards. Second stack. One, two, three, four. And final stack. One card from the top. Twos are our bases. So diamonds, if we turn over a bunch of diamonds here, this will be good. Now, some people play this upside down. Some people play it right side up and they'll turn a card. Well, now I could kind of look and peek on any one of these. We got a small problem there. There's a two. Okay, there's only one two. All right, only one two. We should have a pretty good chance. Let's take a second look. Look for eights and tens. There's a 10 buried there, but that's in the spades. All right, nothing else. Okay, so the only real, actually, in that's there's no real choice. I play either one of these cards on this two. It doesn't matter. The next card going down will also be a two. It doesn't matter what suit, but whatever suit that is, I cannot place any other cards to the right of it unless they are up here of the same rank. So I'm going to go ahead and make our legal plays that we have obviously in front of us. Now I can do a 2, 10, 8, or 4. Doesn't matter. The order doesn't matter. First card has to be a 2. The first base has to be a 2. I'm going to take my deck. I'm going to do 3 cards at a time, and I'm going to flip them over. That's what I'm playing with. So let's see if we could see everything. Yep. So I got a jack. Does me no good at this point. So do 3 more cards, flip it over, another jack, and 3 more cards, flip it over. So this is the game Mark Ball taught me, and I really love it. It's one of those games that I played a few times. I always carry a deck of cards around. Not always, but when I was working a lot, and we had something crazy come up, like I had to take something to go get repaired, and then you're usually in this hell on earth of waiting for another business to repair your company's equipment, and you can't really go anywhere. And their waiting rooms were always crap. They never really cared about people that had to wait there. Sometimes some of these local shops would provide a decent or kind of expect their company to come pick their employee up and take them away, or maybe the guy would go away on his own somehow. Maybe calls an Uber up or something. I don't know. They never really provided good waiting rooms. But this is a great waiting room game because it's such a small footprint. I mean, literally not a whole lot of space needed. And you're just taking 3 cards at a time. You're looking for your base, which I haven't found a 2 yet. And then once you get to less than 3 in the pack, you just take whatever's left. Okay. Well, I have a 9 there, but I can't play it until I get a 2. So I'll get lots of diamonds, so we'll turn over. The only way you know you lose this game is if you do go through the deck 2 times with nothing changing. There's nothing that's going to change after that. It's time to give up. You've lost. But other than that, the winning outcome is, of course, to get all 13 cards in each suit, so all 52 in the 4 rows going across. If I don't find a 2, this is going to be a very disappointing result. I'm on 2s or diamonds. I need a 2 or diamond here. 9 does not help me. Hopefully I didn't. Didn't just watch one go past me. This might be a loss. Okay, Jack. Is there any two? I might have lost this one. 8 and a king. 10, 10 and a 7. 9, 3. Yep, that's a loss. So there we would insert the sad woe jack. We didn't win. And that's the problem of playing a game like this is sometimes you only win this one about 40% of the time. So there's not much you can do with a game like this. About 40%, 30% winning. One out of well, now I'm going to expose how bad I am at math, so I just won't say any numbers. But it's somewhere around there, one out of every few times that you'll actually have a good shuffle that does work. And sometimes the cruelty of this game is it can go on like that. Now, unfortunately, I didn't unlock a second suit, so we'll try again. Sometimes you can unlock all 4 suits and have a shuffle that just doesn't work because cards that are needed in the tableau are still in the base, the 4 base piles. So let's start with our 4 base piles again. 4 cards, turn up. One, two, three, four. 4 cards, turn up. Ooh, I need a club. If a club is the base, ooh, we're gonna be in good shape. Ah, no. Last one. 4 cards, turn up. We'll just cut the deck or something. I don't know. This was scan deck, it'd be easier. And of course, I played this with scan deck. All right. It's a 10 of clubs, so anything that's a 10 will go on first. So we'll go ahead and play all our possible legal moves. Do we have any 10s in the foundations? No. This might this might be a good result. Let's cross our fingers, hope to die, never ever tell a lie, and see what happens. All right, 9, king. But yeah, I'd always play this in waiting rooms because if you had your deck of cards on you in case any crap happened, you needed to wait. And I was in an industry where sometimes you'd get places you needed to wait, and so that's what I did for a while. All right, no 10. 1, 2, 3, a 6, not a 10, not a club, not a 10, not a club. Real mindless game. Just be alert enough to look for a 10 or a leading suit. Ah, we have a 10. Ah, we have a 2. Now the question is, do we have an ace? No, no ace. Do we have a 7? No, no 7. Ah, last 2 cards, flip them over. We have a 5. We do have a 5. Man, there's a jack. All right. So now, still don't have that. So we'll turn over. 1, 2, 3. We have a 9. We have a 9? Yes, we have a 9. Thank goodness for that. We have another 6. Put that there. Okay. Still don't have an ace. Still don't have a 7. So I can't use these yet because I just don't have them. 2, 3, club or heart. We're now looking for clubs and hearts and tens. Clubs and hearts and tens. All right. 1, 2, 3. 7. No. 1, 2, 3. A 3. Do we have a 3? Yes, we have a 3. So if we play a card from the deck, that means we're not on a losing path because as long as we make a move, this changes the entire order of the rest of the deck since we're doing by 3. So 3 cards, we have an 8. And last card, we have a 6. Turn the card over. 1, 2, 3. We have a 2. Ah, that's no good. We have an 8. Do we have an 8 up here? Oh, man. No 8 up top. So we can't use that. Ah, good news, friends. We have a 10. All right. We do have a 7. So that will mean bling. Do we have an ace up here? So each time you unlock a new suit, that card has to be up there. We don't have an ace up here because we don't have one up here. Do we have a jack? No, we don't have a jack. So 3 more cards, turn over. Do we have a king? No, no king. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. An 8. Oof, don't have the 8 up there. Don't have the 8 up there either, so we wouldn't have it there either. We have another 8 and a 6. Do we have a 6 down here? No, we do not. It's okay. The card order has changed, so there's still hope. Ah, there's an 8 there, but we don't have it up here yet. Can't use that. 9. We do have a 9. Our turn order has changed. We now have an ace. So therefore, this comes into play. There's a queen. Can't do anything with that. We need a 10. The last thing we need is this 10 here. So we didn't find a 10 in the reserve. So that means there's still some hope. Okay, an ace, but we don't have a spade 10 yet. We have a 2. We do have a 2 up there. So there's a 2. A 7. We do have a 7. Do we have a king? No king. Ah, before we proceed any further, we have an ace. We have a 5. Ah, good news, my friends. Good thing we double checked before we moved on. We did have the king. So now all is right with the world. We are progressing and we have found the 10. So really everything is right. We do have a 5. We do have the 9. We have the queen up here. No. Do we have a 4 up here? Yes. Okay. We don't have the 4 here, so I can't use that 4 yet. We have a 3 up here, but we don't have the 3 down here. Cannot use that 3. So 3 more cards. Flip them over. There's a queen. We have a queen up here. Yes. We have a 7 there. Do we have the 8? No. So the 8 does us no good. 2 cards are left. We'll flip them over. Do we have a 6 up here? No, we do not. Turn the card deck over. 1, 2, 3. 2. That is good. 6. That is good. King. No good yet. We do not have a king right there. We cannot use that card. We do have a queen, though. And close that out. That means the queen can come down here if we have it. So Jack, Jack, 8, 3, 4. We need that jack in order for that to come. So, I mean, this is still solvable. We might possibly win. 3 cards. We have an 8. We do not have the 8 up there. 1, 2, 3. A 6. Do we have the 6 up here? No, we do not. 1, 2, 3. 8. Still don't have the 8 up there. So 1, 2, 6. Oh, we do have a 6 right there because we have a 6 right there. 8. There is no 8 here. We don't have the 3 here yet, so I can't use that 3 yet. So let's hope something good happens here. 3 cards. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Ah, they brought me great tidings of great joy. Let's see. 3. There's a 4. So that stack is complete. This is looking very, very good. Now the question is, oh, you know what? This can be a problem. Since we don't have the jack up here, this is where my caveman brain fails me sometimes. So the jack that's buried here means that this game is unsolvable. I should have saw that from the beginning, but this game, see, this is what I say about this cruelty of this game. You could be ahead like this. They find the jack on the 3rd card, can't use it. Find a 4 we can use. We find the ace that we can use. Find the 6 that we also can use. Cannot use that jack yet because we don't have the jack up here because it's right there. 2 cards. We have an 8. Can't use that. 1, 2, 3. Jack. Can't use. 1, 2. Can't use. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So right there, that 2 times we've gone through the deck, we now know this is unsolvable. And that's the cruelty of osmosis. You can get that far in osmosis and not solve it, which is why it's a great waiting room game. Um, and it helps to have your full brain engaged. When you're on your phone, you're letting the software do it for you. You're not fully engaging the referee that has to be there, which is in your mind, and the player, which is also in your mind. Both of those things have to exist in solitaire as well as regular board games. The referee does not exist. It's between the players to understand the rules. And that's what makes board gaming and traditional gaming a lot harder, no matter how simple the game is that you will always be dealing with that. And there's nothing you can do to improve the situation. Yeah. Yeah, how about that? My cat's gotten into a cardboard box and is making noise. Hopefully you don't hear that. Let's see. Get a better deck of cards than this one. Ah, yes. The scan deck. The deck of champions. I also have some Fisherman's Friend. This is the cough drop of champions who do not need sugar and who just want the pure menthol. Um, Doesn't really do anything else, but at least we have it. Take one of these things out. You can just look at that nasty thing. Oh, it's leaving residue. So this is pure menthol. Pop it in. Tastes gross, disgusting. But put some hair on your chest if you want hair on your chest. I don't know. All right, I guess we'll go back to Klondike. Klondike setup, easy to remember. 0, 1, 2 cards down, 3 cards down. You always match the previous and then turn one up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yep, that's Klondike. So, of course, we're using a scan deck, which allows me to cheat. I know what my next suit. I know it's a club. That's a diamond. That's a diamond. This is a diamond. Hey, it's a diamond. That 2 here. That's a spade. Hey, look at that. Does this help? No, really does nothing. In fact, since this is Klondike, I'm just going to hold this man. 3 cards at a time. We can look at them. We found our first foundation. Put that down. We have an ace. Klondike does not allow you to cheat. Does not allow you to put you the ace here and then put the king on top. So I cannot do this in Klondike. That's where rules start running together. It gets real easy to do that. All right, have a 9. Can I use that 9? No. Use that queen, but I can't at the moment. So 3 more cards. King 5, 7 of spades. Cannot do anything with that either. Move on. 5. Do we have anything for this 5? No. 2, 3. 3 cards. King 9, 6. Nope. We have a 7. Red 7. Cannot do crap with that. All right, we have a jack. 1, 2, 3. Ah, another foundation card has been found. We have an ace. So let's see. 3. 1, 2, 3. There's a 10. Oh, yeah, let's do a 10 here. Oh, good. Look at that. Another found. Oh, my gosh. What a lucky day we have. It's like the solitaire Lord has shed his light on me and let me live another day. All right. So I have a 10 of spades. Cannot do crap with this. So let's turn it over. 1, 2, 3. It's one of those things I never understood. There's some people that do these ASMR videos. I guess they whisper into the microphone and make noise, and they always play something simple like this. They never play anything interesting. Here I am trying to play interesting stuff, and then I revert back to Klondike. And I'm playing it with the scan deck, so I'm even cheating at it. But I still have some games to cover with the scan deck. I still need to learn them, still need to film the videos and see if they're any good. They may be, they may not be. Who knows? 10. Okay, can't do any of that. 1, 2, 3. 7. Have a jack. No, can't do anything with that. But yeah, if any point in time you want to ask a question, I can answer it. So I'm not just here talking to myself. 'Cause that's kind of fun to do. I'm pretty good at it. But if you have any question, go ahead and ask, and hopefully I can give you a satisfactory answer. I think this game is lost. 7, black 7. It's black jack. All right, there's a 9 and a 10. All right, 3. Ooh, I think I lost. Gosh, I did lose. Anyways, yeah. Put the sad woe jack in. We lost. Nothing we could do there. Well, so far the microphone's working. If you can hear everything pretty well. I'm not sure what the audio quality is. It could be terrible. It could be wonderful, but hopefully it was a good experience. Maybe I'll do this again in the future sometime. Probably have a better plan or something. Maybe we'll play Bahama Taxi, but I'm not sure when that'll be. My wife has a hard time. She can't stay up past like 9 p.m. She gets real tired. She's like, I want to go to bed. It's 9 o'clock. Time for me to go to sleep. So she's never been one to stay up late. Like even on vacations, we're like trying to stay up late. Nah, I'd rather. It's 9 o'clock. Time to go to bed. Okay. We don't wake up early or anything. It's just, I guess, sleep is just that much fun. That or her rhythms just don't line up with nighttime. Who knows? What else do I know that's a single deck? Uh, that's better than a deck of cards. Let me get some dice. This is a risk because you get the dice out, you're gonna see my terrible math. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah. All these laminated sheets that I made. Is this it? Yes. All right. Now we're gonna lower the camera down because otherwise you won't be able to see much of anything, really. Okay. Focus still good on that? I believe so. Is this a dry erase marker? Yes, it is. Do I have 5 dice? No. Do not have 5 dice on me now. Where is my dice? Okay, well, they're not here. Right. Crap. They got to be somewhere around here. Goodness, disappeared. Oh. Oh, you know what? No wonder I couldn't find it. Right here the whole time. All right. Now we found the dice. We are good. So I take a great risk in put the cores on there. Promote some alcohol use. Yeah. All right. These dice come from the game Kismet, and I used them in this one because it helps you with the mathematics of this advanced math game, which is really just an arithmetic game. All right. Get all the dust and cat hair out of that. Let's see. So we have 5 dice, and you'll notice with this sheet. Let's see. Ooh. So you notice with this sheet, I have spaces for ones through sixes. This is all Yahtzee, upper section Yahtzee. The game Yam that's on Board Game Arena, that's what that is, the high low chance. So high chance goes there. A very low number that you roll in chance can go there. You subtract the two, that's your points. The rest of this four of a kind will be the Yams score sheets from Board Game Arena. You notice the limit, the bonus for Yam. I don't know if the programmer messed this up. I've never seen a good rule explanation for this. The bonus is six if you score greater than or equal to 60. So anything greater than or equal to 60, you get 30 points plus. So it's going to be plus your score that's up here. So all these numbers added up minus the 60 will be your score, will be your bonus score. Add that to the top, and that's your total. Then we have the Wriggle from Yam in Board Game Arena. The Yahtzee, the five of a kind, is going to be the 50, worth 50 points plus the sum of the dice. So a Yahtzee of ones will be equal to 55 points. A Yahtzee of sixes will be equal to 80 points. The five dice straight, four dice straight, self explanatory. Full house will be worth 30 plus the sum. So a higher full house, like you get three sixes and two fives, the highest full house. So it's 18 plus 10. So that's 28 points. So it'll be 28 plus 30. So 58. Like I said, I'm taking a real risk here doing arithmetic live on the air without any editing, and it can be kind of embarrassing to do that because I might make a mistake. We have the three of a kind. In this game, it's the sum of all dice. So if you score three ones and two sixes, that's 12 plus three, so 15 points, for instance. So each three of a kind is different because that's what Yams had. Yams had just different outcomes. Now we have a full house with color. So that's what's so fun about these dice. So you'll see the four and the three. These are two numbers that when you add them up equals 7. So you got 4 and 3, 7. So they're the same color. The 1 and the 6, they are black. They equal 7 when added together. And of course, hate to be doing Sesame Street stuff, but 5 and 2 also equals 7. Now, if your full house is in the same exact color, so this will be full house, of course, has to be two of the same number and three of the same number. So a pair and a three of a kind. All the same color because the two dice seen will be equal to 7. The sum will be equal to 7 on the unique values. So that's a full color. So it's going to be 35 plus the sum. This also counts as a flush where all of them are the same color. From Kismet, and I don't know if it's from Kismet, we decided to put all odd on here. So if all the dice are all odd, you get the sum of the dice. All dice are even, you get the sum of the dice. And then the hard part of the game, what's really difficult about sweet potato or Thanksgiving sweet potato casserole, as I called this game, was the inverted dice section. That's basically the game of inverted dice. Yeah. See what happens when you go live, you say stuff wrong. So yeah, that's inverted dice. So basically, this whole thing is just an excuse to roll five dice over and over again and be completely satisfied with yourself. Now, it is a solitaire, but it's also a group solitaire. So you can play this with a lot of players. Everybody that brings a sheet, they could all take a turn. Um, it's just a lot of fun. Um, if you like rolling dice a lot, the Wriggle is a score from Yams in Board Game Arena. So same exact concept of this, but instead you score a four of a kind with the other dice being of the opposite side, which basically means the unique value seen equals 7. So four of a kind plus a odd one singlet, that is the opposite side. That's the Wriggle. You get 50 points no matter what. So it's always going to be worth 50 points. So even if it was this thing here where you're all sixes and then we're a one, that's a Wriggle worth 50 points, same as the fours and threes or the threes and fours. Nothing different changes there. Pretty much the same exact score, the same exact result. No different. So, and this course is inverted dice. Inverted dice is the hard one to explain. So let's just take a quick roll and see what we get. Okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and another 1. So I got 2 ones, a 2, a 3, a 4. In order to score this roll, I have to look at the two values that aren't seen here, which is a 5 and a 6. I'm just going to call that a 6. Maybe, oh, there we go, 6. 5 and a 6, so it's an 11. So it scores 11 points. What Blair gets is that ring light does not do me any favors. So yeah, that would score 11 points. You're getting the sum total of the value not seen. So I get 2 more rerolls. I can hold any dice that I want. I'm going to go ahead and try to roll a 5 or 6. I get a 5, so there's a straight. And so what's crazy about, of course, inverted dice is when I'm playing sweet potato casserole, Thanksgiving sweet potato casserole. I don't know, I'll probably call it something else. Just there's so many things in this that's just a perfect name. And the video came out around Thanksgiving, so I just named it that. I have a real choice here. That's a long straight. So where's my long straight at? 5 dice straight. That's a 5 dice straight here. So I have the choice to take a 5 dice straight, or I have a choice to take a 6 on inverted dice. So I could just spend all day here rolling dice over and over, not giving a care in the world. But since the game has started and I've done those rolls, let's say we take that. Yeah, I'm sorry about this whole setup. It's just terrible. First off, it's very important if you really want personal history in your life, and this is not an advertisement, get yourself one of these little books. So we got all of our life events. This one we started in June 2023. So we got like history in here, what the scores were when we played other people, either guests that come over or we went to somebody's house or whatever. So we always have that book on us. It's a very good idea to always have a book like that on you when you're playing games like this. So let's see. There's a 5 dice straight. So we'll just score 50 points. 50. Okay, so you know I'm not lying. And let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. There is a 4 missing. So we'll go ahead and come over here and cross out our 4 on inverted dice. That roll is pretty easy. 6, 6, 4, 4, 4. Okay, that is a full house. Let's see, that's 10, 20, 24. 24 plus, it's not full color full house, but it is a full house nonetheless. So where's our full house? Right there. 30 plus the sum, so we're going to talk about 24 plus 30, so that is 54. All right, move on with that. It's always good to have a dice cup and a nice dice tray or something. Just really keep your life in order. Bounce all those against the tray. What do we have here? 2 sixes, a 4, and a 1, 2. So that means I'm missing a 3 and a 5. That means I have an 8. Hmm. What to do? What to do? We'll take all these out, hold them, and we will re-roll. Oh, what great luck we have today. So, put this in order. What are we missing? A 3. Now, some numbers in this game are easier than others to obtain. The hard numbers are 19, 20, and 1 and 2. 20 requires a Yahtzee of ones, 19 a Yahtzee of twos. 1 requires a straight without a 1. 2 requires a straight without a 2. There's no other combination. 3, there's combinations for. 5, there's a few combinations for. The yellow section, there's quite a bit of combinations for. The ones 9, 10, 11 are the most common in this game. So let's see, 1, 2, 2 5s, and a 6. So we got a 3 and a 4. That's a 7. So we got a 7. If I get a 3, if I could re-roll the 5s and get a 3 and 4, that'd be good. But you know what? That's what's fun about this game is you can be distracted by inverted dice and forget to play yams. So we're not going to do that. Now, there is another full house, which we've already taken our full house. We can't use it. We can use the three of a kind. That's 15 plus 8. Ooh, I'm putting myself on the spot. So 23. Yeah, 23. I'll put the 23 on the three of a kind. Or do I want to? That was this first reroll. This will be the second reroll. All right, so now still have a three of a kind. That'd be 15, but instead of an 8, it's now going to be a 7. So that is what, 22? Yeah, 22 points. We lost a point. And as far as what this is in inverted dice, let's just score that. 1 and 2 is 3, plus 6, 9. So we have a 9. Very common number. Not even worried about. Let's go ahead and just try to put this in the 15 on the upper section. Let's try to get that upper section bonus. It's always a good idea to do upper section bonus. What do we have now? 2s. 2, 4, 5, and 6. 3. All right. 3 and 1, so that's 4. So I already got that here. Now, if I roll a 3 here, if I re-roll a 3, that would give me the 1. I have a pair of 2s now. Oh, also, you'll notice on the sheet I have a 2 pair and the flush. Yeah, I think we pretty much went over the sheet. So, and I'm 1 dice away from having all evens. Eh, let's live a little and see what happens. Oh, look at that. So now we got 2s, 4, and 6. 2, 4, 6. Means we're missing a 1 and 3, which is 4, and a 5, so that's 9. Very common number. We're not worried about that. We do have 2, 4, 6. What are those all? They're all evens. So what's that total is going to be 12 plus 4 is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we got 20 points. And we'll just move on. That's what's fun about this. I get to roll dice all day. If you're one of those people that just loves to roll dice, this is your game. There's nothing wrong with rolling a lot of dice for no reason. 3, 5, 8. So that's an 8. Doesn't help us. But if I roll a 3, I can get to 5. I just have a pair of 1s now. Nothing else is odd. What to do? We will try to re-roll. Let's hope we get a 3. Oh, we got a 2. So the result has not changed because we now have a 3 missing and a 5 missing. We're still at an 8. This time I have a pair of 2s. As far as my sum total for the chance, I have 10, 14, 15. 15 points. That is not a low roll. Hmm. What do I believe could happen if I took the 4 and the 6 and re-rolled them? Let's just live a little. 2. Okay. So that was the last re-roll. So now we're missing a 3, 4, and a 6. 4 and 6 are 10, plus another 3 is a 13. 3, 4, 7, plus 6, 13. Or have 3 2s and 6. So 3 2s and 6 is 2, 4, 6, plus another 6 is 12. 12 points can go there. 6, 8, or 6, 7, plus 5 is 12. So I could do 12 there. All right. So let's do 2, 4, 6, 6. All right. Oh, this is good news. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're missing a 5 and a 6. And as far as what that total is, 6 and 4 is 10. That's 11. So I can put 11 down low chance. I want to do that, though. I think I could do better. Let's see if I can get a 6. Cross my fingers. Hope to die. Hope to never ever tell a lie. Did not get a 6. Got a 3. As far as low chance, that's now what? 10 plus 3, 13. So we made things worse for ourselves. We still have an 11. We have an 11. That's a very common number. 3 dice that are the flush, so we need 2 more to form a real flush. I'd have to roll that 1 and 2, and God only knows what that would produce. But if it did become a flush and it's a, full house flush with all colors, 35 plus the sum, a lot to think about here. Ooh, what do I wanna do? Mm, let's try. You know, tonight has been real lucky for us because now we have a 6, or we have a 4 dice straight. Be smart here. 6s are pretty common. We don't need to roll a perfect straight to get a 6. We did need that other perfect straight. So that's what we'll think. 2 and 5. Ugh. 3 and 4 is to 7. So no good. 7. Common number. Mm. Hmm. Let's try to re-roll the 5 and 6. First re-roll, I get exactly a 5 and 6 back. Second re-roll. All right, that's better. Better result. So got 1s, 2s, and 4s. That means I'm missing a 3, 5, which is 8, plus another 6, which is 14. I can take 14, or let's see, we got 4 plus 4 is 8, 9, 10. We got 10. Hmm. 14, 10. 14 is, I don't think is very common. Let's go ahead and do that. That's what's fun about this game. You spend so much time either having your brain in inverted side or Yahtzee side. You sometimes don't really know which one to come in or out of. So I got 1, 2, 3. It means I'm missing a 4, 5, and 6. It means I got a 15. Let's go ahead and take that. If I can get all the yellow section, that's a 50-point bonus. So each time you get all the X's, something I neglected to mention, assuming everybody knows inverted dice, you get all the section of green. So if I get the 1, 2, and the 5, I'll get 50 points extra, plus the sum total, which will be, what is that, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 10, 15 points. 15 plus 50. And then I'll get the sum total for all of these. If I get all the yellows, another 50 points. If you get some godly miracle, um, as far as I know, on Board Game Arena, we've now had about 3,000, which is realistically more than that because some people did not play solitaire. They played it with other people. We've had over 3,000 games of this, and we have not seen somebody get each and every score yet. But if you get 300, if you get all of these, you'll get a score of 360. You will have completed the circle. Um, as there's nothing that says circle in there. That's just the inventor's nomenclature. I swear, cats like to climb on stuff and knock stuff over. He's so close to doing that. But if you get all 5 of these, all 10 of these, and all 5 of these, you get a score of 360 points. Now, 3,000 games, it's probably a little bit more because some players played multiplayer, so you probably got extra games in there. Not one perfect score yet. So maybe if we did this game in there, we might get a perfect score in inverted since we have so many extra nonsense rolls that you could just take off anytime you want. I don't know. Let's go ahead and start rolling. See what we get. Ooh, 2s and 5s, 2s and 5s, 2s and 5s, 2s and 5s. Everybody wake up. We got 2s and 5s. There's no point in even scoring anything else. Let's see. What do we have in inverted, though, just to tempt ourselves and do something stupid? We have a 7 plus a 6, so that's a 13. Ooh, that's so tempting too. But I'm so damn close to getting a full house with color because I'm already got 2 pairs. And if the worst thing happened, I still have my 2 pair score right here. So what's the point of even contemplating this any further? Look at that. See what a great lucky night we're having. All right. So now I just have some excellent luck. So now I'm at 10 plus 6. So that's what, 16? 16 and 35. So I'm looking 45. So plus another 6 would be 51. Now, what would this be in inverted? Just to find out, 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6. So we're 7 and 6 is 13 plus 1, 14. We already have a score of 14 anyway, so it didn't matter. We got that, and we could have had the flush. The flush is only worth 35, and the flush realistically could be a 4 of a kind. It's one of those scores. Is it better as a 4 of a kind up here, where it's the sum of all dice, or is it better as a flush? It's one of those things. I guess you have 4 1s and a 6. Definitely taking that flush. All right, so we got 2 1s, a 2, no 3, no 4, so it's a 7. Very common number. Don't need to worry about that. We've not scored ones yet. So we're at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 on the small chance. Reroll. What great luck we've had. 4 plus 2. Now, if you guys are still here, I'm sorry. I'm having to change the battery out. Should be momentary. Hey, we're back. I don't think anything's interrupted now. We managed to burn through a battery, which means I've been here quite a while. So we're still where we were before that interruption happened. We have one more roll. Let's hope for a 1. We get a 4. Means we don't have a 3, we don't have a 5, we don't have a 6. So that's 5 and 6 is 11 plus 3 is 14. We've already expended a 14. Does us no good there. We do a 2 of a kind. Or we can do a 2 pair. 2 pair would be 4 plus 2. 4 and 2. So 6. That's not good. It'd be great to put 6 in low chance. But we can't put 6 in the low chance because our actual total here is 4 plus 4 is 8, 9, 10. So we'll just do the 10 in low chance. And I'll pretty much just decide to end this stream as soon as we run out of moves to make, or as soon as the battery dies. Realistically, I didn't really have an expectation when it came on tonight. Just figured we'd test this. Now we got another full house. Full houses seem to happen quite a great deal in Yahtzee. They happen naturally. So my thoughts have always been never to try to roll a full house. Just wait for them to come. But this game, you have so many extra rolls than you would in standard Yams or standard Yahtzee or even Kismet, which these 3 games are combined into this, that you do tend to get a lot of choice. Now, this is 3s and 6s. I have not taken my 3s up here yet. So, as far as the chance to be 9 and 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21 points up here, which would give us 11 when subtracted by 10, but we're not going to do that. We're going to hope to get something better than that. Ooh, look at this. And you know what? I'm telling you, it's because I'm so setting myself up for so much failure coming into a live stream. I might make a mistake with math. I might make some other mistake. Look at that. We just scored 35 points. We have a flush. Now, which is better? The flush at 35 or the 4 of a kind should be going to be the sum of all dice. So here we got 3 times 4, which is 12, plus another 4, 16. So, yeah, of course, we're going to take that flush because we're no dummy. We know that 35 is greater than 16. Oh, but you know what? We also have something even better than that. Because the mistake I made in putting this game together, these dang scores are the exact same score. Exact same score. The wriggle and the flush are the exact same score. So let's erase that 35. Yeah, I guess neighbor's taking off on his motorcycle that distracted me. We'll erase that 35 from the flush. Let's put it on the wriggle. Wriggle's worth 50 points. Let's go for the points. Let's not be dumb here. All right. I swear I got the shittiest neighbor sometimes. Let's look out the window. Okay, I think he's gone. Oh, thank God for that. All right. So we have 2 6s, 2 2s, let us go ahead and score, and we have a 3. So we're missing a 1 and a 4, which is 5 plus another 5 is 10. A very common number for inverted dice, so we're not going to be worried about that. We also have a 2 pair that we can score this on immediately. That'd be 12 plus 4, which of course would be 16. That's not a very good idea. We also score this as a high chance, but we're definitely not doing anything dumb like that. I haven't done any sixes yet. Let's take a dumb gamble and roll. Oh, that was a dumb gamble. All right, we still have a 12 and 2, which would be 14. So we have 14 on the 2 pair. We have ones, threes, so missing a 2 and a 5, so 7, plus a 4, which would be 11. So I could do an 11 there as well. I got one more roll in me. Question is, what do I want to do? Do I want to take this now? Let's be dumb. Let's go ahead and see if we can get something good on the sixes. Oh, thank God I'm doing a live stream. Telling you, I've gotten more luck tonight than I would any other time because I'm doing a live stream, I swear. Okay, so 1 plus 2 plus 3. If you remember, Sean Waltman wrestled as the 1-2-3 kid when he went to WCW. They called him 6 because that's the total we have there. So this is a 6. I could take it as a 6. I also have an 18 on the sixes, which would give me that get a little bit closer to that upper section bonus. What else do I have? Let's see. I got 18 plus 9, which would be 27. I have 27 on the three of a kind. What should I do? What should I do? I got the 11, 27 on the three of a kind, 27 on the high chance, which would give me a score of 17 points. Subtracted the low chance. 17 points, not really worth it. Let's go ahead and do the 2, 7, because you're not going to get anything better than that this whole game. And honestly, if you do get a four of a kind somewhere on sixes, you're going to want to take it on the four of a kind. See what happens. I'm actually surprised to have the audience I have. I actually had 2 people in here. That's a miracle. All right, we are missing a 1 and a 6, which means we have a 7. If we get the 6, we can get the 1. We also have the 4 dice straight, which we already taken earlier with the second 5 dice straight, so there's no point in worrying about that at the moment. Let's see. What else do we have as options? There are no options. Let's hope the live stream luck continues. Please give me a 6. Oh, my goodness. See, if we're not doing a live stream, this would have never happened. So now we'll just put that 1 away because we're missing a 1. The 1's not present, so what numbers aren't present? 1. That's literally the only way you can score a 1 is to get a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight. Other places we could have used it, we could have done the high chance, but who cares? Let's just keep going with it. Let's see what we get. All right. 3s, 5s, and 6s. This will be interesting. All right. Means we don't have a 1 and a 2, so that's 3. We don't have a 4, so that's 7. Yeah, well, that did us a whole lot of good. It's a 7. 7's a very common number. That does nothing for us. High chance, we got 16 plus 6. So what is that? 22 minus 10 would be 12. We'd only score 12 points there. The 2 pair, we have 6 and 5, 6 and 10. So the sum of the pair would be 10 and 6, 16 points. 3s and 5s. Now, we could go and risk it for the all odd if I don't get the 5. If I get the 3s, I could put the 3s there, I suppose. So it determines a 7 on the inverted. Let's try 3s and 5s. Oh, it is a 2. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 6 is 11. So we're at an 11 up here. 2 is an even number. So we got 16, 17, 18. 18 minus 10 would give us 8 points. Not what we want. Not ideal. Wouldn't be prudent. Hmm. Let's hope for an odd number. And we get a 6 again. So now we're stuck with this. So we're missing a 1, 2. That's a 3 plus 4 is 7. So we have a 7. Does not help us. We have a 16 plus 6 is 22, which gives us 12 points there. Our pair would be 10, and so that's 16 there. 12 versus 16. Now, what I mean, what's the best I could hope for? The best I could hope for, I'm not going to score a 30. 30 is the best total score. And but I'd put that in the Yahtzee section. So let's go ahead and just get it over with and score the or the 16 right there. Pardon me, man. See, that's what I was afraid of. I'd make a math mistake like that. Okay. Starting a fresh roll. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? 1, 2, 3, and a 4. That means we have a 5 and a 6, which means we have an 11. Uh, 5 and 6, so we have an 11. Hmm. We've already done our low chance. I have twos. I got 2 red dice, 2 green dice. So you still have the flush available. Now the flush can also be a Yahtzee of the same color. So yeah, any Yahtzee will count as a flush as well. Now it'd be stupid to put a Yahtzee over there, but there's no second Yahtzee in this game. So once you do get your first Yahtzee, you're going to put it there. A second Yahtzee can count as a flush. Another Wriggle would count as a flush. So Wriggles and Yahtzees will both count as flushes, as well as full houses with color. So if you get a second full house with color, so there's 3 possible ways to score this flush. Now I just rolled it one time, so hope let's just hope I get a 6 here. Ah, it is a 2. The result's still the same. It's a 11 on the inverted dice. There is nothing else good I could score here. I could take the 2s and the 4s and re-roll them and try to get all odds. And I have 1s available. Hmm. Let's try for the 6, and this will be a throwaway if we don't. Of course. That's when the luck runs out. You had to know that was coming. Just had to know. So we got 8 plus another 4 is 12, 13, 14, 14. So I can score 4 points here. See, it's 5 and 6, it's 11. So let's just screw it. Let's just go for the 11. Who cares? There's a lot of thinking in this game. It's not even good thinking, it's just thinking. We have 3s, 4s, and 5, and a 6. Which means we don't have a 1 and a 2, which means the result is a 3. However, if we were to roll a 1, we'd have that 2. 5, 6, and 4, that's what? Plus the 6 and 4 is 10, plus another 10, 21. So this is 21 total. That's 11 points if I do the max on the high chance. Hmm. Right now we're at 3. Can't use 3. Let's see. Eh, We have a 4 and a 2. So now I have 1 and 3, which is 4. And I already got the 4, so that's no good. Already did the all even. Now let's see. Now I'm at a 10 plus another 5 and 6. So I'm still at a 21. So it's still 11 if I took 21 here. Let's try to improve. And we have a 3 now. 1 and 2 is 3. We already have the 3, so we can't do that. This will be now equal to 15 plus 4, 15, 4 is 19, 20, 21, 22. So we increased by 1 point. Now we have 12 points. So we're going to use our high chance. We're at 22 minus 10. We're at 12. Start all over. It's like everything else in life. You mess up at something and get fired or whatever, you start over. All right. We're missing a 2 and a 3, so we have a 5. Hey, 2 and a 3, we have a 5. Let's not contemplate anymore. Let's not debate. Let's just take that 5. We just need the 2. So if we can get that 2 in this next roll, we just need a straight 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have the 2. I don't think we've had that yet. We have 4, 5, 6. We have the 1. We have an extra 6. 4, 5, 6. I need the 3. If I can get the 3 here, they'll have the 2. We'll have 50 bonus points. Yeah. Ah, no. That was a 1, so 2 and 3 is 5. We've already got the 5. It's not good for us. All right. What do I do if I don't get a result I like? I could take it out of inverted. Ah, of course. That was my luck. My luck ran out. So 2 and 3 is 5. Can't do that. I have 2 4s. I could put an 8 here. Yeah, that's the worst that can happen. We just put an 8 here. All right, we just put an 8 in the 4s. Hope something better happens in the future. All right, so 1, 2, 3 right there. 3 and 6. There's a 9. Common number. We're not worried about that. If I can re-roll the 2 and the 1, if I get a 1, if I get a 3 and a 6, that's 2 different numbers. That's just asking for trouble. I don't have anything in my ones column yet. Let's see if I can get something good here. Okay, that's an improvement. Now let's just score this for the people at home who want to know more about inverted dice. We have 3 ones, which basically means we have a 1, 4, and a 5, which means we don't have a 2 and a 3, which is 5 points, plus a 6, so we have an 11. We've already scored our 11. That does us no good. Let's go ahead and do our last reroll. Oh, okay. We have a 3, 4, so 2, 5, 6. So 7 and 6 is 13. So we have a 13. So I'm just going to take that. Cross it off. And if I get something better on one, yay. If not, who cares? 6s. 5, 4. All right. So we got 1. We got 2, 3. That's 5. Does us no good. However, if I get a 3 here, I get that 2. Let's hope. Ah, of course. Now it's a 3. Missing a 3. We already have the 3. My goodness. Look at this. Missing a 2. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, which means we have a 2. We now have the 15 plus the 50, so we now have 65 points. Is that right? 50 plus 15, so 65 points. Yeah. Okay. Thank goodness for that. All right. What happened? Ones, threes, and 6. So we have missing a 2. 2, 4, which is 6, plus 5 is 11. We've already got our 11. Now the question is, what would we need to do in order to roll a 12? We're at an 11 right now. If I don't have any ones showing and I have threes and nothing but threes and sixes showing, then that means I'm missing a 1, 2, which would be 3, plus 4, which would be 7, plus 5, which would equal 12. But I also have ones available. Screw it. Threes and sixes. Come on. Ah, no. All right. So now we got 1 and 5, which is 6. No, that's not damaging. Let's go ahead and cross that 6 off before we have a chance. Start over. All right. We got ones. 3, 4, 5. Fives are the same. And we got a 3, 4. So that means we're missing a 2 and we're missing a 6, which means we have an 8. 8 is an extremely common number. We have 5s and we have 3s and we have 1s. All odd is still open. We have a 2. Means now that we are missing a 4 and a 6, which means we have a 10. That's an extremely common number. Take that 2 out. Come on. Ah. Well, this gives us no choice now. We'll just take the 10 because there's nothing in Yahtzee or Yam that we want, so we'll take all 5 up. Let's see. 4 and 5. There were 9. Common number. We don't have threes yet. Let's get threes in Yahtzee. All right, 3 of a kind. Plus we got 4 and a 5. 1 and 2 is 3, plus 6 is 9. So common number. Who cares? Ooh, but you know what? Flush is still available. Oh, come on, 3. Come on, 4. 3 and 4. It's the last roll. I might be screwing myself here, but let's see. Ah, we got a 6, of course. All right, so score that's 1, 2, so that's 3 plus 5 is 8. So common number, who cares? We do have a 3, 6, 9. We have a 9 in the upper section EM. We're only needing 60 in this game, so it's a lot more forgiving than standard Yahtzee, where you'd be more severely punished. We have fives. We took 5 already. We got 6, 5. We're missing a 4 and a 1, so we're at 5. So no 1, no 4. That's 5 points. We already got that. Shoot. Don't have all odds yet, so let's just take our evens away and re-roll them. All right. Hey, hey, hey. Look at this. 17 points. 17. Now let's score this to, remember we wrote 17 down. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6 is what? So 6 and 4 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Ooh. Let's consider this for a minute. That's worth 12 points on its own versus 17. I need that 12. That's a little bit less common of a number. We had 2 plus 4 was 6. So 1, 2, missing 2, 3, 4, missing 4, 2, 4, 6. So 2, 4, and 6. So 12. Yep. So we'll take the 12. Leave no doubt about that. All right. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I got a 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat 3. Means I'm missing a 5 and 6. That's an 11. We already have the 11. Okay. I don't have a 4 of a kind. Don't have a 5 of a kind. 3 dice to a flush. So come on, threes. Did not get threes. All right, that did me no good. Rolled exactly the same. So 1 and 3, 1 and 2. That's 3 points. Says no 3 there. So the options now. I finally come to the point where I cannot do anything with this. There's nothing 4 of a kind, 5 of a kind, all odd. None of these apply because I got 2 even numbers in there. Now it's just time to zero something. I'm going to zero with the 20. It's a Yahtzee full of ones. So our inverted dice is no longer perfect. Oh well. We got 1s, 2, and 3. So it means we got 4, 5, and 6. Which means we got 15. We've already got 15 done. We'll go with ones. Let's hope get some good luck on ones. Okay, there's 3 ones. We now have a 6 and a 2, which means 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 points. That's nope. We already got the 12 there. All right, last roll. Let's see if we get anything better on the ones. Last roll. And we did. Now, this is an interesting thing. That's not the opposite side. It needs to be a 6, so there's no wriggle there. So that means there's also no flush. In this game, with the Kismet dice, you get the added luxury of your brain not having to see if this is a flush or not because the pips will be painted that color. So we got a 4 of a kind, which will be the sum of all dice. So here we got 4 plus 4, that's 8. So that only counts as 8 points. Does that do us a lot of good? No. We'll put the 8 up here. We still need 6s. We still need a 4 of a kind. We still need a 5 of a kind. We still need a flush. And we still have the inverted dice table to zero out as this game goes on. Let's see how we do. All right, we got 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 1 and 6. There's a 7. 7 is a real common number. We gotta start thinking smart here. We're running out of Yahtzee plays to make. As far as odd numbers, I only have two of them, and I have three even numbers. We already took the all evens. We still have an all odds. Still have a four of a kind, a five of a kind. That's the first roll, and that is a seven. Yeah, so it's seven, one, and six. It's a seven. Okay, I'm just gonna be safe. No point in taking risks. I mean, I'm so close to that bonus, anyways. So now we have a full house, fours and fives. So this will probably be something interesting. One, two, three is six, plus another six is 12. We already scored the 12. We don't have a four of a kind, though. And if we get another wriggle, our full house with color, we got these two. So let's hope. Come on, four. Come on, 4-3. Give me a 4-3. Nope. Last one. Last one. My goodness. Now, see, because we have a live stream, that happened. So that is now a four of a kind, which is 16 plus 3, because it's going to be the sum of all dice. 16 and 3, that's 19 points. Is that better than 35 points? No, of course not. 35 points for the flush. It's a flush because it's all the same color. And if you don't have these type of... God, those cats, I swear to God, they attack each other at night. So if you don't have these type of dice, just remember the color, the numbers seen that are unique. Here we got four unique fours and one unique three. So the unique values that are seen are 3 and 4. So caveman math, 3 and 4 equals 7. So if they're equal to 7, that means you have a flush. So even if you don't have these Kismet dice, you don't really need them. You just literally, it's one extra step, one more thing for your brain to think about, but you can do it. You could easily do it. I believe in you. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, and a 5. So let's go ahead and map this out. All right, so we're missing a 4 and a 6. That is a 10. We've already taken the 10. Now, if I didn't have that 5, I would have what? 4, 5, 6 would be 15. If I had a 6, that would mean I'm missing a 4, which we already had that. Okay. Let's attempt to get a 4 of a kind with the threes. All right, we have two ones. Okay, so that means 2, 4, 5. 6 and 5 are 11. That does not help us. Okay. Why'd I put 8 on ones? What an idiot. See? That's why you do a live stream and people watch that. 4 ones. Good God, what the hell? All right. So, let's see. Only got one 6. I got two 3s. Need a 4 of a kind. Now, 4, 5, 6 is 15. And let's see. If I re-roll the 6 and get a 1 or a 3, we have a 17. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so now we're missing a 2, which is 2 points, plus 4. We're missing a 4, 6, plus 5, 11, plus 6, 17. Cross out our 17. So that gave us 17 more points. Still have my 4 of a kind, still have my 5 of a kind, still have my all odd. I got 3 odds. 2, 3, 4, 5. So it means I'm missing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 6, that's a 7. We've already taken the 7. Um, if I re-roll that 2 and get a 1, I have an 8. As far as 4 of a kinds go, I'm two dice away from a 4 of a kind. As far as all odds, I'm 2 dice away from all odds. Okay. Come on, threes. Come on, threes. Gee. Ain't that sad? All right, so let's see. 1, 2, it's 3 plus 5 is 8. Hey, it's my lucky day. We got an 8. Very common number. We also have the next common number of 9, so I'm not really worried here. I got 1, 2, 3 spaces to zero out if need be. We still have the 6s, still have the 4 of a kind. See what happens here. Shoot. 2, 3, 5. 1 and 4 is 5, plus 6 is 11. Does not help us in any way, shape, or form. Now we already had the flush. As far as what's odd, I have 3 odds. Still have my all odds out. 2 dice away from all odds. Don't have any sixes out. So let's just go for the all odds. Come on, threes. 3, 1, 5. 3, 1, 5. Give me a 3, 1, or 5. Okay. We got a 5 and a 2. Mapping this out, it's 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 6, still 11. So 11 is a common number. Let's hope for a 3, 1, or 5. 3, 1, or 5. We have a 1. Thank goodness. All right. So now with the all odds, sum of all dice, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we got 19 points there. Yeah. We only have a Yahtzee, 4 of a kind, and 6s left. We have a 9 that we need to get in the inverted section. So 1 and 4. A natural full house has been rolled again. So we're missing 2, 3, which is 5, plus 5 is 10, plus 6 is 16. I'll take that. Who cares? I mean, honestly, I could hold off but it's 1, so it's sum of all dice. So what good is that? Ooh, this is good. We're starting off with 6s, and we have a 4, 5, and 3. So it means 1, 2, which means 3. Okay, so we got 6s. Let's go ahead and roll. Of course, got nothing. 2, 3, 4, which means we're missing a 1 and 5, which means we have 6 points. So 1's missing, 5's missing. That's 1 and 5. That's 6 points. So does not do us any good. Last roll. Come on, 6. Give me. You know, I was doing so damn good too. 1 and 3. 1, 2, and 3 is 6. Does us nothing. Okay. We're going to have to zero something out. We're going to go ahead and zero out 19. So I take a 12 there. It's really let's question. That's 19 plus another 8 is what? 29, 27 plus another 15, 37 plus 42. Only got 42 plus another 12, 56. So that's 4 short of what I need. So I need at least a 3 of a kind, I think. So I'm zeroing out that 19. That's my move. All right, come on, let's get a 9 here. Oh, you know what? This is very, 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 very good. All right. We have the 4 of a kind. There's no risk to us. Let's see what this maps out on inverted. 1 and 3 is 4 plus another 4 is 8 plus 6, that's what? 14. We already have the 14. We don't need that. Let's go ahead and try to get a Yahtzee. We got a Yahtzee, thank God. Okay, so there's 5 twos, which is equal to 10, plus the 50. So this Yahtzee will be worth 60 points. So congratulations to us. We got a Yahtzee. Now that also, we just circled the 19. That there would have been a 19 in inverted dice. You need a Yahtzee of twos to equal 19. So we just did that, and then we roll a Yahtzee of twos. That's just ridiculous to think about. Crazy that it went that well. All right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 and 6, it's 11. Does us no good. We have 4 of a kind here, or we need 6s. We got 2 1s. What is an 18? 4, 5, 6 would be 15 plus 3. So I get nothing but 1s and 2s here. I could take the 18. I'll hold the 2. This is the irrational thing you do in inverted dice. You need a 4 of a kind, but you also have an 18 open and you have the setup for it. So your brain irrationally thinks to itself, I should probably go ahead and try for that 18. It's really, really stupid to do that. I should be taking the 2 and rolling for a 4 of a kind, but it's only ones. My best would be a wriggle of 1 and 6, and that would be, what, 4 plus 6, so 10. So it'd be 10 points. Yeah, this game's really screwing with my head. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Worst case scenario, okay, I just zeroed out. So now let's see, we're missing a 3, 5, 6. So 3 and 5 is 8 plus another 6, 14. Okay, got 2 rolls left. 3, 5, 6, 8 and 6, 14 plus another 4 would be 18. I'm still being irrational here. I'm still being irrational. I know I'm being irrational. This is stupid. Look at that. I didn't screw the dice up at all. That literally happened. All right, so now to score this, let's make sure everybody following along, of audience of one. So who cares? We're going to do it anyways. Maybe somebody will watch this later in the future. 3 and 4, 7 plus another 5 is 12 plus another 16 is equal to, of course, 18. So we'll cross the 18 off. We've scored the 18. That means that section of 16, 17, and 18. So 6, 7, and 8. Gosh, my mental arithmetic's terrible. 12, 13, 13 and 8. 13 and 7 is 20, 21. So it's 21. So carry 2, 1, 2, 3. 58. Is that it? God, I hope I'm right. All right, let's do this the dumb way. Let's just go ahead and admit we're stupid and do this the old school, elementary school way. 12, 13, so 13 plus 8 is 21. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a second. Damn it, that just screwed me. The cat distracted me. 13 plus 8, so 7 is 20, 21. Yeah, okay, 51. Okay, yeah, 58's wrong, dumbass. What are you doing? All right, 51. All right, so 51 points on that section of inverted dice. Let's erase our math for anybody else sees that. It's really embarrassing to do out in public. All right, we still have our 9 available. We still have our 4 of a kind available. We scored our Yahtzee. So there's only 3 possible things: sixes, 9, and 4 of a kind. We have a 6. We have 1s and 2s and 3s. So we don't have we have a 4 and 5. My goodness, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, really. Missing a 4 and 5, that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. So that means we've gotten all this. Oh, now this I'm going to have to do the calculator for. There's just no way I'm going to be smart enough to do this on my own. I'm sorry. Mental arithmetic was terrible for me. I'd start picturing the numbers in my mind, even as a child in school. All right, it was really 6 plus 7 plus that. What is it? 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. Ah, that's 30. How about that? Sometimes you do stuff and you're like, hey, is that really it? Plus 14 plus 15 equals 105 plus 50, 155 plus the 65 we had earlier plus the 51. We're at 271 on inverted dice. That is our inverted score. We'll mark it down there at 271, and that'll be our grand total over there. Now let's see, what would be just curiosity? 4 plus 6 plus 9 plus 8 plus 15. We're at 42 points minus 60, 18 points to go. So if I get a 3 of a kind, I'm okay. I'm okay if I get a 3 of a kind. It gives me the upper score bonus. Of course, you know what? Let's just be very, very wise here. One more, one more, one more. Come on. Oh, look at that. Because we're on a live stream and all the pressure's on me, the luck has been flowing today. So we got 4 plus 3, which is 7. 7. Was that really worth it? No, but that's good luck. All right, come on, sixes. Sixes. The only thing we got left is sixes, and this game is over. Oh, we get no sixes. Everything must be re-rolled. Everything. Now we get 2 sixes. We got one shot to fix this. Damn it. We did not get it. Our night is ruined. All the good luck we had, none of it matters anymore. Our night's ruined. We only got 12, so what do we say we're at? Let's see. At 4 plus 6 plus 9 plus 8 plus 15 plus 12 Means we only got 54 points, so that's a 0 on the bonus because we got 54, which is 6 points less than what we needed to do. So the upper section is 54 points. Here we have 7 plus 54 plus 45 plus 50 plus 60 plus another 50 plus 27 plus 51 plus 16 plus 19 plus 20 plus 35 equals 434 plus 54. 488 plus 271. We had a grand score of 759. I don't know how in the world you stayed up for that. Maybe you fell asleep already, but I think that's a pretty good night for never doing a live stream before. We know now the equipment setup works. We got everything in place to make it work. In fact, um, I have the monitor in front of me, and I should probably just start filming videos like this from now on. I mean, the monitor's there. I can look at what I'm doing while I'm doing it. It kind of limits the view. So some of the games that require a lot of table space, not sure if I can do that. And Charlie says, "Hey man, awesome stream. You're a very knowledgeable person and great to listen to. Hope there's many more. Take it easy and enjoy your night." Well, same to you. And that's pretty much where I was going to plan to end this because I'm not sure how much battery we have left. I need to recharge it. And this was a good experiment. I'm glad you were here for it, and of course the few other people that were. Almost 2 hours in, so yeah, we'll do another one sometime, maybe next weekend or something. I'll try to plan something specific for it. Maybe we'll do a live stream of Bahama Taxi or something. I don't know, something maybe gin rummy. You never know. Uh, so hopefully see you next time, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. End the stream. You sure you really want to end your stream? Yes.